Hello everyone. In today's session, we will talk about English teaching methods. English teaching methods. Okay. Throughout the history of teaching languages, a number of different teaching approaches and methodologies have been tried and tested, with some being more popular and effective than others. If you are just beginning your TEFL career, it would be beneficial to be familiar with a few of these. But here our focus is on some few important methods, okay, according to our syllabus. So first method is the direct method. If you have ever heard the direct method being taught, you may have rightly mistaken it for some sort of military drill, which is not far off, as it was first established in France and Germany in the early 90s to assist soldiers to communicate in a second language quickly. The direct method of teaching English is also known as the natural method. It's used to teach a number of different languages, not just English. And the main idea of the direct method is that it only uses the target language that the students are trying to learn. Its main focus is oral skill and it is taught via repetitive drilling. Grammar is taught using an inductive way, and the students need to try and guess the rules through the teacher's oral presentation. Now, today, popular forms of the direct method are Callan and Berlitz. Callan, 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 and Berlitz, Berlitz, Berlitz. Now, next method is the grammar translation method. Just like its name suggests, this method of teaching English is grammar heavy and relies a lot on translation. This is the traditional or classical way of learning a language, and it's still commonly used when learning some languages. Some countries prefer this style of teaching, and the main idea behind this method is that the students learn all grammar rules so they are able to translate a number of sentences. This is particularly common for those students who wish to study literature at a deeper level. So now next method is the audiolingual method. The audiolingual method, otherwise known as the new key method or army method, is based on a behaviorist theory that things are able to be learned by constant reinforcement. However, just like in the army, when someone behaves badly, or in this case, bad use of English, the learner receives negative feedback, and the contrary happens when a student demonstrates good use of English. This is related to the direct method, and just like its predecessors, it only uses the target language. The biggest difference between the audiolingual method and the direct method is its focus of teaching. The direct methods focuses on the teaching of vocabulary, whereas the audiolingual method focuses on specific grammar teachings. Okay, I'm repeating the sentence that the direct methods focuses on the teaching of vocabulary, whereas the audiolingual method focuses on specific grammar teachings. Next is the structural approach. The structural approach, as the name suggests, the method is all about structure. The idea is that any language is made up of complex grammar rules. These rules, according to this approach, need to be learnt in a specific order. For example, the logical thing would be to teach the verb to be prior to teaching the present continuous which requires using the auxiliary form of verb to be. What is it meaning? Means you have a structure or a particular order, specific order in this approach. Then suggestopedia. This is a behaviorist theory and related to pseudoscience. This method relies heavily on students' belief about the method's effectiveness. This theory is intended to offer learners various choices, which in turn helps them become more responsible for their learning. It relies a lot on the atmosphere and the physical surroundings of the class. It's essential that all learners feel equally comfortable and confident. When teachers are training to use the Suggestopedia method, there's a lot of art and music involved. Each Suggestopedia lesson is divided into three different phases. First phase is deciphering, Deciphering, deciphering. Second phase is concert session, concert session. And final or third phase is elaboration. Next method is total physical response. Total physical response, otherwise known as TPR, total physical response, is an approach that follows the idea of learning by doing. Learning by doing. Beginners will learn English through a series of repetitive actions such as stand up, open your book, close the door, and walk to the window and open it. These types of sentences. Okay, so with TPR, the most important skill is oral comprehension. oral comprehension, and everything else will follow naturally later. Next is communicative language teaching, CLT, communicative language teaching. The idea behind this approach is to help learners communicate more effectively and correctly in realistic situations that they may find themselves in. This type of teaching involves focusing on important functions like suggesting, thinking, inviting, complaining, and asking for directions, to name but a few. Next method is the silent way. The silent way emphasizes learners' autonomy. The teacher acts merely as a facilitator, trying to encourage students to be more active in their learning. The main aim or main of this way of teaching is for the teacher to say very little so students can take control of their learning. There is a big emphasis on pronunciation, and a large chunk of the lesson focuses on it. This method of learning English follows a structural syllabus and grammar. Syllabus and grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation are constantly drilled and recycled for reinforcement. The teacher evaluates their students through careful observation, and it's even possible that they may never set up formal tests as learners are encouraged to correct their own language errors. Next is community language learning, CLL. Community language learning. This is probably one of the English teaching methods where the student feels the safest, as there is a great emphasis on the relationship and bond between the student and teacher. Unlike a lot of the other methods and approaches of teaching English as a second language, a lot of the L1 is used for translation purposes. L1 means first language. First language means mother tongue. Okay, so Unlike a lot of other methods and approaches of teaching English as a second language, a lot of L1 or mother tongue is used for translation purposes. Next approach is task-based language learning. Task-based language learning. The main aim of this approach to learning is task completion. Usually, relevant and interesting tasks are set by the teacher, and students are expected to draw on their pre existing knowledge of English to complete the task with as few errors as possible. Okay, next approach is the lexical approach. The lexical approach. The lexical syllabus or approach is based on computer studies that have previously identified the most commonly used words. This approach in teaching focuses on vocabulary acquisition and teaching lexical chunks in order of their frequency and use. Teachers of the lexical approach place a great emphasis on authentic materials and realistic scenarios for more valuable learning. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much for watching.